Session 21. Brief recap. You guys, last time, you were leaving the Wizard's Tower with Esmeralda when you were confronted by several Vistani, led by Aragol, who is the uncle of the Vistana that Rowan had rescued and briefly possessed when he was dead. The Vistana wanted you guys to turn over Esmeralda, claiming she had stolen one of their horses and was a traitor to her clan and to Lord Strahd and so on and so forth. So you guys tried to refuse diplomatically, and she refused considerably less diplomatically. They initially refused, the Vistani refused to be engage you guys in combat, but as they turned away to leave, Esmeralda pretty much just openly attacked them. She was worried they'd just ambush you guys later or report your location to Strahd. So pretty much that was it. Big battle commenced, and all but, actually all the Vistani were killed. And Esmeralda was saved, but now you guys have a new enemy in the Vistani. So you guys then went to the Wizard of Wine's winery where you spent the night, and then following that, the next day you traveled to Argynvostholt in the hopes of finding one of the items that Madame Eva had foretold would assist you in your battle against Strahd. Argynvostholt, it's basically a big old decaying mansion, which was once the stronghold of a powerful warrior named Argynvost. Go figure. He opposed Strahd before Strahd became a vampire. He formed something called the Order of the Silver Dragon, rallying lots of good men and so forth to his cause, but after a big battle, Strahd and his forces defeated him and slayed all of his knights. So the manor's reputed to be haunted, and you guys have kind of found some merit to that rumor. You've seen a few apparitions of a draconic nature. You found and defeated some large spiders in the south hall of the manor. And then on the east end of the manor, there was a chapel where you guys ran into three revenants who looked to be remnants of the Order of the Silver Dragon. They had the markings of their outfit. So you got in a big battle with them and defeated them, but you definitely got pretty badly banged about in that battle. In fact, I think Clytus was briefly killed outright and was only saved by Rowan's Revivify spell at the last minute, I think. And Esmeralda, I think, dropped too, but she stabilized without actually dying.
Right.
So that's pretty much right where we left off. You guys were in the chapel of Argynvostholt, and that's pretty much where you were. Gotta scroll over. This is such a big-ass map. There we go.
Didn't we say we wanted to rest?
Yes, I believe that was brought up towards the end of the session last time, that you had thought about taking a rest since you're banged up and depleted resources and whatnot. So,
Right.
So I guess before that, if you guys want to do a quick exploration of the chapel, there really wasn't much of a chance to do any exploring before these revenants set upon you. I won't go over the description too much detail. You've got the altar, there's stained glass windows, one of which is shattered, shards of broken glass on the floor. There's two spiral staircases on north and south, and there's a balcony up above. If you actually... And I believe, Kyle, you had asked about whether this was dedicated to the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
Last session. If one of you guys want to make a intelligence religion check, you can confirm that.
Yeah, let me do it. Yeah. Right on
Okay.
Right on cue.
Yeah, Rowan, definitely you, and obviously you would recognize it as again. This is older. The Dawn Lord, the Morning Lord, as they call him here in Barovia, but it's older iconography and so forth, but definitely still Lathander. The balcony is 20 feet up. Are you guys going to explore the room at all in any more detail?
Maybe after we rest,
Okay, so you're going to try and find a place to rest first?
or
Can
do
we
you wanna?
close the doors?
Yeah, I only got 12 hit points left, so
I want to try to close the doors.
Yeah, you've got a door to the north, which actually has a bar across it. And then the doors that you came in, which don't have a bar, but you can close them. And then spiral staircases north and south. And I believe
Do both of the staircases go up, or does one go down, it looks like?
um,
One's down and one's up, it kind of looks like? Or I don't know.
I
Can't tell.
don't believe they go. I
picture.
believe they go up.
Okay.
They only go up.
Okay. I mean, I would close the doors, but I think if there's stairs, there's only so much we can do.
Right.
Try to protect ourselves.
Have to keep watch.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe sleep for 10 hours and take 2-hour shifts for watch, kind of thing.
Yeah, up till now, you guys actually haven't even. You've rested pretty much exclusively in safe places. Well, relatively safe for Barovia, but like in either the winery or places like the Martikovs or someplace where you didn't really have to worry too much about hostiles. Whereas here, you're completely in unknown territory, and what you've seen of this place so far, it's definitely not hospitable.
What about resting in this room, where we can kind of close these doors and close those doors?
That
Have
room.
we been in there yet?
Yes,
Yeah,
that.
we have.
Yeah, that was like a dining room, and you that does have closable doors on all sides. You haven't explored the doors to the north.
Right.
We could use some material to pile up on the doors, right?
Well, in that room, yeah, there's tons of like broken up chairs, and there's a table. Well, the chairs probably wouldn't block the doors. There are those great big statues of the dragons in the corner, but they're like huge. They're not going to be really easily movable. Yeah.
Yeah. Still though, we'd at least hear them open.
Yep.
Yeah, if that's what you guys want to do.
Yeah, that's my vote.
Okay.
So you're going to go into the dining hall and barricade yourselves in there, or try to best you can anyway.
Right.
And what order are you guys going to watch in?
I can watch first.
None of you guys are elves, are they? Or Adrian, are you an actual elf or are you a half elf?
I'm an actual elf.
Okay, so you only need a trance
Yeah.
for half the night.
And
So
And I usually go last so I can meditate in the morning with the sunrise.
okay. And Esmeralda's pretty banged up, but she would be able to take a watch too. It looks like she's got like a minor amount of hit points, so somebody must have
So,
slapped a cure light on her.
I did. Yeah.
Adron, can you do 2 watches then? Is that how it kind of works? Like
I can
4
do-
hours worth of watch?
I can do as many watches as. I think trance. I can take them all, can't I?
I was actually wondering about that last night at Tim's, how that actually worked. I thought you had to basically you weren't in an alert state when you're trancing, but you're not asleep either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have someone in an alert state at each time if possible, so.
Let me just look this up quick.
Don't need to sleep. Instead, they meditate deeply, remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours a day. Well, semi-conscious to me means not paying attention.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not sleeping, but you wouldn't really be on watch. Something could sneak up on you or something.
Yeah, you'd be startled.
But it is only 4 hours, so you could take half the shift's watch.
Sure. I'll do that.
You want to do the first 2, and then
Sure.
while you're sleeping, me and Rowan can take the next 2?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
And I guess Clytus you could split it up on between Clytus too for the other hours if you want.
He's not here, so I guess me and Rowan can do it. That's fine.
Yeah, he probably needs to rest a little more, seeing I know what he's going through.
He did venture briefly into the netherworld where you spent considerably more time, so he's a little shaken up, but grateful that he didn't have to stay there because it wasn't a very nice place. All right, so you guys are going to move in there. I'll just move Clytus in there too. And take a long rest. So let me go ahead and see if... so it's Adrin for 4 hours, and then Rowan and Jugs for the remainder.
Yeah, I guess I would be right after Adrin, because Rowan would want to be in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're going to split it 2 hours, 2 hours. Okay, so it's...
Or, yeah. Well, that would only be 8 hours, so those of us who are... You and I would only have gotten 6 hours of sleep that way, so maybe Clytus needs to take one too.
Sure, you can do that.
So that it's actually 10 hours, and we're getting 8 hours of sleep, because I think that's what we need.
Oh,
I
okay.
can take the last. I can take the first
I guess you
two.
could take the first
I could take-
3 almost.
Ah,
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, you want to do that? You take the first 3, and then we'll take the last 2, and that way we get our 8 hours.
I think it sounds wonderful.
All right.
oh, hey, Tim, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You're good.
Awesome.
Okay, so not much has happened. You guys decided after the pitch battle with the Revenants that you're going to take a long rest in Argynvostholt in the dining hall.
Yes, thank God.
Yes, you are pretty badly. You are the most badly beat up besides Esmeralda. So, and I
All right.
believe so. We were just discussing who's going to be on watch when, and it sounds like Adrin's going to, since he's an elf, he's going to take the first 4 hours, and then
6.
6 hours, and then
Yeah, first 6, and then I'll do 2, and then Rowan will do 2.
Okay. I see VC has changed. How do you pin? Can you pin it to the front now? Oh, I guess my interface has changed. I don't know if yours has.
That's it. I didn't notice a difference.
I'm
yeah,
on the
mine's
Mac.
in a window now. Yeah, I'm in a window now. I didn't used to be.
Yeah, there's a little box with like an arrow. You can click that and you'll pop out of there.
Oh,
Oh.
never had that.
All right, whatever.
Is it like a multi-document interface now?
Oh, I see. I have to kick each of you out of there individually.
Yep. Mhm.
Got it. All right, thanks.
Well, that was interesting. Okay, well, I got you hooked up. Okay, so you guys do the rest in that order, and
So does Esmeralda say anything when she comes when she's revived? Like,
my hero.
well, no, but I meant, you know, she dropped and then I dropped.
Yeah, she stabilized on her own, and then Rowan gave her a cure light to get her basically conscious
Yeah.
again. But yeah, she wasn't dead like you were.
Yeah.
Also, you weren't here, Tim, but the chapel is to the Morning Lord.
Oh, awesome. That's good, right?
Yeah, that's Rowan's deity.
Yeah.
And you declined further exploration until you guys had taken a long rest. So,
Yes.
so you guys take a long rest, and about 4 hours in, Adrin, why don't you actually? What is your perception, Adrin? Your passive.
Oh, passive. I don't know. Your passive perception is just 10 plus your bonus.
Well, it's right underneath your skills.
Right.
It's on your sheet.
Oh, 15. 15.
Okay, so you have no trouble hearing the sound of what sounds like hoofbeats and the rumbling of what sounds like wheels coming from the front of the manor.
Ooh.
I rouse everyone.
Ow.
Actually, hang on. Buckets. Sure, I'll tell everybody I hear horses and hoofbeats outside.
Okay.
So, how long into the rest is this?
This is 4 hours in.
Fucking A.
Could just check it out. It could be that guy she's looking for.
So when you take a long rest, so can I take? I'm sitting there. Can I take my hit dice I'm just sitting there, like it's a short rest. So that I can at least get back to hit
Yes,
point?
you guys can each get the benefits of a short rest at this point. Not the long rest, but if you do want to apply any hit point or hit dice you might have, you can definitely do that.
Okay, so if I can do that, then I would. Yes, I would do that.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to sneak. Okay.
And Esmeralda, I'll say that she added.
I'm
some
only
hit dice
down
here.
like 7 points, so.
I had to take 5 to get back up to.
So is there a way to get your hit dice to automatically appear? Or do I just have to add them up manually and then?
I think you just click on it in your character sheet and roll 20, and it adds it.
I did.
It
It
didn't
doesn't
did,
add
but it
it
didn't.
to your current though.
It just,
Oh, well, that's
it
weird.
just gives you the roll, right? Result.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
see.
You gotta add it yourself. I don't know if maybe if you're clicked on your person, it will like how the
Oh, maybe like the initiative.
initiative
Try it.
works, but I don't know.
Let me try that.
It's an idea. No, that didn't work.
No luck.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to stealth, and so there is. You can basically go outside without actually opening up any doors besides this one right here, right?
That one leads, to that ruined south hall where that's kind of exposed.
Yep.
It didn't sound like it was coming from that area. It sounded like it was coming more from the further away and from the front of the manor.
Right, but I don't want to open up the front door and say, "Hey."
Hey.
I want to go out that door and then sneak stealth out through the rubble and see what's there.
Okay. Yeah, it is nighttime at this point, so you definitely can sneak out there with pretty
Actually,
much
then,
no problem. You can definitely use your shadows.
I'm going to use my shadow step, so I don't even, shadow step from shadow to shadow until I get, I don't know, just where the hell do I want to be? I don't know, just inside the rubble here of the.
Okay. All right. Since you're shadow stepping, make a stealth check, but with advantage. Okay. Didn't matter too much, but that was a pretty good roll. So you managed to get there without dislodging any of the rubble. There's a lot of loose rubble around that actually normally you would have been at disadvantage trying to move by foot stealthily. But with your shadow stepping, you do it without disturbing anything, and you can see out into the courtyard in the front. And what you see...
I don't see this guy
What?
guy?
on the map. Or is there?
What?
Did he put him on the map already?
I didn't put anybody on the map.
Oh, I thought he was outside. Paul was
Adrin's outside.
Yeah, he's right here. He went up to the tower. And he's looking out, and in the courtyard in front of the manor itself, you see there's a cart that looks like it's been pulled by a draft horse, stopped kind of right about here in front of the manor. And you see on the ground next to it, apparently unloaded from this cart, you see a coffin. And next to the statue of the dragon that's right here, you see a humanoid figure apparently relieving himself on it.
Wow.
Dragon?
On the statue of the dragon.
Oh. A coffin. All right. I am going to. So, where can you? I don't know. I'd like to know where exactly these individuals are. If I
Okay.
could hide behind the stair. Oh, I need my pointer back. Like shadow step to there.
All right, let me just set these up, and then I'll give you
Yeah.
what you want. Let's see. This is the best part about Roll20.
Now, are we awake or are we?
Oh, that's a crappy coffin.
Are we still
We're
asleep?
You're
awake,
still asleep.
but... Oh, I thought you woke us up.
No, not. I didn't. If I didn't have any hit points, I was going to wake everybody up.
Oh, okay, so you haven't woken up any... Okay, so you guys are still asleep then.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
So, I
So-
still
Roll
have
my
plus
hit
for hit
dice.
points.
I'll
Okay.
say. So we'll say the coffin is there,
Yes.
and let's see. Hang on, let me find this guy here.
Does it look like Strahd?
No. Why won't it drop? Oh, here we go. Okay. So that's what you see, and that's where they are.
Oh, so I only see one guy.
Yep, so far.
Okay, I love that as a DM. So far, I only see one guy. All right, let's see here. What kind of spells do I have? Guess the trace. Silence.
As you're thinking about what to do, the guy finishes relieving himself and starts to walk back towards the wagon.
I listened for a bit.
Okay. I guess I don't really need a horse here, but I'll put one there just... Why not? Ack!
Horsey.
Horsey. So, Mr. Horsey is there. Can I, like, group these things? Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. So, he walks over to the horse and starts to get on top of it.
Okay, let him.
Okay. All right. Well, then he gets on his horse, and you hear him mutter something and kind of shake the reins, and the horse starts trotting off, pulling the cart with it, leaving the coffin there.
And the coffin stays.
Yep.
Just it.
Yep.
Not hit.
Can you see this guy?
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
it'd be a little bit bigger.
I
What
mean-
about that thing? Yeah, you can see him.
But I don't see anybody else. He just leaves a coffin on the doorstep.
Yep. And now he's kind of ridden over to there, so.
Okay, so all right, so I'm going to. I'm gonna do this for fun. I'm gonna let's see here. I'm gonna. Oh, I can move really fast, right? Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a couple of quick shadow steps, and then I'm gonna get right on top of the. I'm gonna get right. Man.
How many shadow steps? It's one per round, right?
It's one per round. Yep.
Okay. So he would get, actually, he would start to get further away by the time you got to there.
Right.
So by the time he got there, he would be, we'll just say he's there.
All right. Well, I would shadow step 60, and then I could probably shadow step 60 to be right underneath the cart because that's what I want to do.
Okay, yeah, you
And,
could kind of anticipate which way it's going, so.
And I'll go, howdy,
Okay, so you're...
really loud.
All right, hang on, let me move this to the back. So you're on top. Yes. I didn't want the cart on top. Okay, so you appear on the back of the wagon and you say, howdy, okay. He, freaks out and looks around over his shoulder and sees you there, and his eyes kind of widen, and he actually leaps from his horse.
And I say, why'd you leave the coffin there, bud?
Well, he is... He doesn't stop to talk. He actually starts running away.
So if he starts to run, I can get an initiative on him. I would teleport in front of him in the direction that he's running.
Okay. So let's see. Why don't we go ahead and do initiative then, just because he is definitely going to try and get away.
Yeah. Well, actually, I can move. Teleport 60 and move 50. I'm pretty sure I can get ahead of him.
Yes, you'd be able to cut him off no matter what. So eventually, if you're going to corner him and try to stop his escape, then we'll just go into combat. Let's see. Let me just
Fine. Whatever.
Yeah, because it'd be silly to play this out, because you could easily outrun this guy, so we'll just kind of have it take place here. So, oh, you actually got a pretty good initiative. So we'll say that you're like off here by the time you get around to him. You just pop right in front of him. So he has a scimitar that he then whips out, and he's saying, "Get out of my way!"
What's in the freaking coffin, dude?
He is not paying any attention to your question, and he's just going to try and hit you. Okay, well, he actually got initiative, so he does get you with a... he hits you with the scimitar. So...
That's great.
Slashes you... You know what? Actually, no, he doesn't. He...
Turns into a vampire. He's
No.
Strahd. Oh.
He actually gives you the evil eye.
Evil eye.
Yeah, you're within 10 feet of him. So you... What does he try to stop you with? Do to stop you? You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sweet.
His eye actually kind of droops down, and you see this kind of glow in the depths of his pupil. Ooh, 13. Okay, that's enough, actually. You managed to shake it off. For a moment, you felt like your limbs were kind of freezing up, like you weren't able to move, but you're able to shake it off. Okay. And now he's looking doubly like, oh, crap. That was his turn, though, so...
All right, I'm doing... Well, it's not... I don't have to do non-lethal damage at the end, right?
Yeah, if it's a killing blow, you can decide it's non-lethal.
Okay, so I'm just going to punch the crap out of him.
Yeah. No problem. He's just got leather armor on, so... Okay, yeah, that would be enough to knock him unconscious. So you just kind of... Whap! Boom! And he falls to the ground, completely unconscious.
I grab him.
Okay.
And I walk back into the facility, ignoring the coffin.
Okay.
I trundle all the way into the dining room, and I throw him on the table loudly.
Okay. I don't think he was knocked unconscious by wounds, so he doesn't wake up. But all right, so you move yourself back. Go ahead and move yourself back into the dining room then, and throw him onto the table. And that is enough to wake everybody up. This loud boom.
I say, "We got company."
You guys
Can I
awake?
do a roll to see if I stay asleep. Damn it.
You can ignore it if you wish, but it was definitely loud enough to wake you. You guys all say the body, it's definitely of Istana, excuse me. You can recognize dark hair, olive complexion. It's definitely of Istana in dress and appearance.
I don't have I don't have any rope. I can't even tie him up.
If you shut up, I'll give you some rope.
Okay. I'll go over to Jugs and pull some rope, take some rope off of its safe form, and tie up the Vistani.
Okay. Why don't you just make a dexterity check? Unless you've got some... There's not a rope use skill or anything that you can use, I don't think. Yeah, okay. We'll just keep that in. If he tries to escape, that'll be the kind of the opposed check value. But for now, he's still unconscious. So you've got him tied up, and he's splayed out on the table like a trussed-up hog.
Well, if nobody woke up, then whatever.
Oh, no. Everybody woke up. Everybody's awake.
Well, I heard Jug say he's rolling over and going back to sleep. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody else is doing anything, so
Um,
apparently they're unimpressed with your abilities.
Well, that sounds.
I'll wake
Esmeralda
up and
Esmeralda looks interested.
I'll wake up and say, what the hell's going on?
Some dude dropped off a coffin in front of the building and tried to get away, and
So
I punched him.
I'll hold him down while you tie him up.
He's already tied up.
Oh, okay.
He's tied up and laid out on the dining room table.
So, do you know what's in the coffin?
I was just about to go check.
So you just beat up a random dude who dropped off a coffin?
Yeah.
Okay then.
He gave me the evil eye, man, and we don't like these fuckers anymore.
Well, I don't know.
They don't
I
like
like
us.
them. They don't like us.
Either way, it's mutual.
Let's go see what's in the damn coffin.
I do that.
I'll go with Adrian to figure out what's in the coffin.
Yeah, I'll go too.
And
now I gotta spend my hit
Esmeralda
dice.
wants to stay there with the body.
I'm staying.
Okay, so Jugs, you're going to stay there. Are you going to try and roll over and go back to sleep?
I'll watch the body
Okay.
sit in the chair.
All right, so you three head back out, and you see this coffin, and actually you see a horse, and the horse and cart are still there too.
So I ready some wooden stakes.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
that's where I get it.
I ready some wooden stakes,
Okay.
and who wants to open the coffin?
Well,
I'll open it.
okay, so the coffin itself, just so you know, it looks fairly well made. It looks actually somewhat familiar. I'll let you guys make wisdom checks.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's my worst one. Wisdom checks.
Not a save, a check.
Ooh, look
Check.
at that. Look at that big.
Nice. Whoa.
Trin.
Okay, Adrian, you definitely recognize these, and actually, Rowan, you too. You also recognize this from the coffin maker shop in Vallaki. You remember seeing this exact style and kind of construction while you were there looking for the vampires. And there actually seems to be something neatly chiseled onto the lid. Looks like some kind of writing.
Okay.
It actually says Clytus.
Ooh. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock on the coffin.
Okay, you.
Hello, me. Am I in there?
And,
No, I go.
There's no reply.
All right, I whip it open.
Okay, you are engulfed in a swarm of bats that issue from this coffin, and immediately.
This is my origin story as
So
Batman.
so we couldn't hear the bats at all.
Nope.
Okay.
This is how I become Batman.
Origin story. Whoa.
No, you gotta say, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I think it would only be a 5-foot square, but it would be
This is
definitely.
Swarm.
Yes. Actually, that's just an icon. Hang on, let me actually
Do
get
they
that.
come after me, or do they take off? What are they?
No, they're actually going to swarm and attack you.
All right. We've beaten swarms of things before,
And
and I took my hit dice. So
yep, and there. Let me get the Vistani bandit off of there because he's not. Why don't the rest of you guys go ahead and roll initiative?
all right. Good roll there, David.
To go
Yikes.
first in the second round.
I need ice. I'll be right back.
Apparently. Okay, so yes, the swarm of bats immediately flocks over and tries to attack you with bites, Clytus.
Sure.
But your armor manages to keep them off. So you feel them kind of squirming around all over you, but they're unable to puncture your armor. So that was the bat's turn. Clytus, you're up next.
Well, I'm gonna whack him a couple of times. And apparently I'm gonna roll awfully.
Okay. Their AC is low, but not that low. So you managed. I mean, it's kind of abstract because it's a swarm, but you don't actually
I know.
manage to kill a significant number. So, Adrin?
One hit. Well, actually, wait. Can I flank a swarm?
No. It's not a single opponent. It's many opponents.
Then
But
7 points of damage to a swarm. I probably killed one bat.
yeah. So these basically a swarm is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
So it takes half damage.
So it's basically half damage.
Well, at
So
least I did damage.
yep.
Still did 3.
So you took a few of them out. So Rowan, you see
All right.
that take place?
I'm going to. I'm gonna try this cantrip, Sacred Flame.
So it needs to make a dex save, which, wow, it actually has a pretty good dex bonus.
Yeah, I would think.
So it got a 19, so it made a save, but then that means that
I
it.
think takes nothing.
Yep.
Takes nothing. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. That's
So the radiant light, I mean, basically the bats kind of flutter away from it and wheel around it to try and avoid it. So.
All right.
At that point, let me quick cut over to Jugs and Esmeralda. Jugs, you see Esmeralda pull out her sword and approach the body.
No. Oh, I was gonna get in between them.
I want to talk to that dude, so just
That's why.
So are you going to try and stop her from doing something?
I can't.
Yes,
I'm outdoors.
I'm going
sitting
to
in the back.
stand in between them
Okay.
and try to stop her.
All right. So she says, "No, my good friend, move out of my way and let me take care of this piece of garbage."
Not until we talk to him.
He won't have anything to say that's useful.
I heard there was a coffin outside, so let's figure out what that's about, and then we'll see.
Make a persuasion check. Oh, nice.
25.
Oh, okay. All right, you can see that she's just really itching to put her sword through this guy, but she's like, all right, I'll let you talk to him first.
Thanks, Jugs.
Thank you.
So back to the action at the front of the in front of the manor. The bat swarm is going to continue going after Clytus. Apparently, they really like him. How does a swarm of bats fumble? That's interesting.
They hit each other?
Yeah, it's like
Fly
that.
into each other, right?
Yeah, well, we'll
they're
say
bumping in.
Rowan's light kind of blinded them for a little bit, so they just kind of flap around mindlessly and don't manage to attack at all. So, Clytus, go ahead.
All right, well, hope I can hit the broadside of a barn this time.
Oh!
Hey, there we go, 20.
Yes, that'll do.
So 3, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it took a few more out, but there's still quite a few remaining. Adrin.
Punch. Fucking A.
Not quite. 12 will do it, though.
Dice
Four
are not
more.
our friends.
4 more. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying one more. You had one more attack.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So,
Four more.
all right. Yep. 4 more to go down. Rowan's up.
All right. I'm gonna do this. Scorching ray.
Scorching ray.
3 rays.
Yep. So that is the first one hits.
Okay. Want me to do damage or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This would be actually full damage from fire.
Yeah.
So that actually takes out all but one of them. Well, abstractly all but one of them.
And that probably kills it.
Yes, and one more definitely hits it. So yes, you, with your rays, you actually burn all the bats, and they fall to a smoking, charred pile on the
Nice.
ground in front of you. So that takes care of the bats.
Yay. So I'm going to look inside the coffin now. What do I see?
A lot of bat guano, but otherwise absolutely nothing.
So they gave me a they gave me literally a shitty coffin.
Well, it was probably not shitty until the bats were in it, but yes.
Actually, doesn't that coffin maker make pretty nice coffins?
Yes,
I remember.
the coffin is
Yes.
It's probably very nice.
But it's literally full of shit.
It is.
Yeah.
And you are now Batman.
You're not gonna care when you need it anyway.
That's true.
Better that it's full of shit than
I know, but I was going to make use of it, but not while it's full of bat poo. All right, let's go in. I want to talk to this bozo.
Are you going to do anything with the horse and cart?
Sure.
Tie him
let's
up?
Tie him up. Is there like this post? Can we tie it to
Tie it to a dragon.
that post?
Yeah, or the statue. Or,
Statue's
yeah,
rather large, isn't it?
one of these posts, yeah.
Do one of you have an additional rope?
Nope.
You're going to make me look this up, aren't you?
Well, you used one of them to tie up your prisoner, so.
Hold on.
What about using the bridle or whatever?
You could actually, you could actually do that. You could, especially if you, the bridle itself would probably be too short and to go
You
around.
know what I mean? The reins
Yeah, I mean,
that go to the cart.
right. The part of the hitch that goes, you could detach them from the hitch and use part of the
Yeah.
leather straps that connect them to the hitch to actually tie them, secure them that way if you wish.
I
So,
stupidly took a priest pack, so I don't have a rope, but I do have an alms box. Which
Okay.
is
Yeah, me too.
so you get him tied up there next to the little walkway. And then proceed inside. Are you going to take the coffin or are you just going to leave it there?
I'll help carry it if you want to bring it inside.
Why?
Well, then it's not out in the elements.
We can let Clyde sleep in it, I guess.
Get used to this.
if you clean it out, I'd do it.
Well, yeah, it's actually the inside is felt kind of material, so that guano is pretty heavily stained in there. If you want to try, you can probably get some of it out, but it wouldn't be a very pleasant stay. We'll say that.
Whatever.
Anyway, you return back and you see Jugs kind of alertly looking, eyeing up Esmeralda, and Esmeralda kind of looking a little bit pouty, but otherwise she's put her sword away for the time being.
Okay. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to walk her up to that guy. And I'm going to just pop him on the head and be like, "Hey, what the hell was that, dude?"
Okay, so you're gonna try and okay. So when you knock someone unconscious, it's probably a few hours before they recover.
She's out now.
Yeah.
Well, let's cure him.
Yeah,
Well,
if you cured him.
Why don't we just leave him alone and
Yeah.
go back to
Yeah, why don't we
sleep?
go back to sleep? Leave him tied up.
Sure, we can do
I'm
that.
gonna. Last time we tied somebody up, though, they snuck away. Is there anything we can do?
True.
I could put him in the coffin. I'm going.
Oh, that's...
And then
I'm going to drag
Yes.
the coffin. In here. I'm gonna
Bring
drag
the
the
coffin
coffin.
in,
Uh,
and then
to
the
sleep
person that's
on top of the
watch
coffin.
Hits on the coffin.
Yes, absolutely.
if you didn't have auto inspiration, I would have definitely given it to you for that. Yeah. Okay. So you drag the coffin into the room and put
Yeah.
him in the coffin. And
You bet.
where do you want to stick them? On the table or
Yeah, right
Under the
next to
table?
it, maybe.
in the pool of water? Or
And then I will sit
how,
on
is
top.
the coffin actually made for Clytus's size?
Actually, yeah, it is. Not that Clytus is
Well, then
a dwarf is still a medium creature, so
So,
you could still fit a
this
human
is-
in it.
This is kind of like almost supernatural in a way, you know, because he died and a coffin was delivered. But,
Yeah, it's true.
you know,
That means someone knew he died.
right,
Ooh,
And-
spooky.
Ooh, spooky.
and ordered the coffin.
That may have been Strahd.
Right,
Might have been.
kind of what I'm thinking.
Well, I don't think they
Whatever.
could have ordered a coffin in that much time. I mean, it's only been a couple hours, so it had to have been made already. You can't make a coffin that fast.
Oh,
Maybe
why not?
Strahd ordered him a couple weeks ago, and he knew he was going to kill us. So we kicked his ass.
Right,
You know.
he knew, yeah.
Anyway,
In any case, yes. So you guys pretty much will kind of have to jumpstart your rest. It's basically going to be delayed by 4 hours, but otherwise would be unchanged if you want to
Okay.
finish off the remainder of your full long rest.
yep.
And we'll say, let's see, right around the time Adrin's watch would be ending, the Vistani wakes up. And did you shut the coffin lid or did you leave it open?
Oh, hell yeah, we're shut.
No, we're on top of it.
Yeah, we're gonna shut it. He'll be in it, and someone's gonna sit on top of it.
Okay. Well, then presumably if Adrin's on watch, yeah. So Adrin, you're about ready to wake the next person up, and you hear now sounds of agitation coming from within the coffin, thumping and basically not screaming but shouting, and kind of sounds like.
I whispered to him, "Hey, go. You need go back to sleep. Our friends need rest.
Let me out of here!
I'll punch you again."
Let me out of here! I can't breathe.
Yes, you can. Not airtight.
Couldn't breathe, can't talk. Got air to talk, got air to breathe.
That's right.
Yeah, he's tied up, so he has no real leverage to lift it up, but you hear him, basically, he's kind of throwing himself as best he can against the lid to try and get it open.
Good for him.
So, okay.
Who's next in the watch?
That's me.
All right, so, yeah, you're kind of half woken up by this ruckus anyway, so you can open your eyes and see Adrin's just kind of casually sitting on his coffin and with a big shit-eating grin on his face. Well,
It's your turn to sit on the box.
Box sitting.
I'm gonna walk over, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm just gonna whack him with my quarterstaff.
okay, go ahead and make an attack roll at advantage.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
It's not lethal though, and just
Okay, yeah, so you do basically, yeah, you clunk, boom, he's out like a light.
all right, you can go to bed.
Okay, cool. Actually, you know what I'll do is you can stay up, but I will trance and I'll lay on the coffin on top. And I'll trance that way.
Okay,
Nice.
all right, so we'll kind of fast forward for the rest of the night. We'll say the guy doesn't wake up for the rest of the watches, so he probably would be waking up right around the time the last watch is over. So you guys wake up, and Adrin kind of rouses himself from his trance. This coffin's
Yay.
been very comfy to trance on. And you open up, if you want to open it up.
Okay.
Yeah, he is still unconscious, laying in there.
Does anyone have a cantrip healing?
I dumped some water on him.
I'm sleeping.
We're at the end.
Yeah, you said it's at the end of
Yeah,
sleeping.
we're-
Yeah.
We're all waking up.
I would say that with some shaking, you would be able to rouse him.
Okay.
Yes. So now he kind of blurrily comes to and sees you guys kind of all standing over him. Jugs has his cudgel ready there, so he declines. And since the coffin isn't pressing down on him anymore, he can breathe normally. So he just kind of looks all up at you with hatred in his eyes.
And we look down at him, vice versa.
So, is he gagged?
No.
Nobody gagged him.
All right. So I'm gonna say, hey, buddy, what's up with the coffin?
What would he say?
Fuck you.
Yeah, in not so many words, he actually does curse you. He utters a Vistani curse, and you need to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw.
God bless.
Is that a spell?
No.
No, it's a
probably an
Vistani thing.
ability.
Yep.
14.
Dang.
Ooh.
Okay, so
You said 11, right?
Yeah.
yep. So you managed to save, and you briefly your vision kind of goes out and in, and your hearing kind of goes away for a second, but then it comes back with your force of your will. So the curse does not take effect.
Okay,
I
Clytus.
say, come again?
Well, let's see.
He tries to curse you again until you finally are cursed.
Well,
Oh, no, I should be immune for 24 hours.
yeah, he'd have to do another
TV.
long rest, but he can. He's pretty much had the equivalent of a short rest, so he's going to try his evil eye on you now.
Can I just cover his eyes?
Well,
We're
yeah.
standing over him and he's
After you make a DC 11 wisdom save, yes.
At least you have +4.
Oof.
No.
And I rolled a 2.
Well, let's see. This effect. Target six. Oh, I missed that last time. Yeah, never mind. But you failed. So,
Is this a reaction? Or, an attack?
yes. Technically, it
Okay.
would be an attack. We're not in
Okay.
combat. There are no reactions at this point.
Oh.
Well, if he
So I can't do my warding flare?
If you want to enter combat.
I mean,
Well, I
he's
guess that's
taking
the-
it.
That's the thing, Paul. If he tries to do the evil, the curse, and I know he tried to do an evil eye on me, I would probably
Whack him.
act and say and whack him because this is BS, man.
Okay. We'll tell you what. The evil eye takes effect. Basically, he did a charm person on you, Clytus, so you essentially regard him as a trusted friend right now. But I would allow both Adrin and Rowan. Rowan, you can do your warding flare as a reaction, and Adrin, you can do your
Whack.
whack. I'm not going to enter combat because you can't do anything else, so he's
Alright.
still tied up. But okay, you knock him unconscious again.
It's basically the
Clarence goes,
warding.
why'd you hit my friend, man?
Trigger your warding flare. I want to see what this does.
Okay. I don't know if I have a. I'll just click the spell part.
Yes.
of it.
That will save me some time.
Oh, it's not actually a spell, it's an ability that I have.
Oh, okay.
But, hang on. It's actually, it's the same thing, but I have, like, the advanced version now because I'm upper level, so this isn't just me, it's against me or any of my...
Well, you
Party.
weren't attacked by him.
No, I
Well,
know.
you can use it on other people, though.
I have improved
But-
flare now because
Ah.
I'm upper level.
That doesn't really work because you can't impose disadvantage on that.
Yeah,
It's got to be like an
That's,
attack, not
that's
a...
why I asked if it was an attack. He
Well,
said yes, it was an attack.
yeah, it wasn't an attack roll.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it would be construed as an attack for things like
Right.
disabling
Got it.
invisibility, that
Okay.
sort of thing. But
It's a spell equivalent.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
But in any case, yes, it did. There was no
Oh.
disadvantage to.
The effort was there.
Yeah, it was a good
Nice
try.
try.
Yes.
The heart was in there.
I was actually thinking it did damage to him or something, which
No,
would
no.
actually be lethal.
No, it basically just does that. It basically kind of, I don't know what the right word is.
Yeah.
After that, I'm gonna look at Esmeralda and I'm just gonna
Nod.
shrug and walk away.
Okay. Esmeralda
So that she
smiles.
gets the idea that I'm not going to stop her.
Yeah, you see, the rest of you guys see Esmeralda smile and walk over to him with the sword drawn. Clytus, you view this with alarm because this is your buddy.
Hey, man, you're hitting my buddy.
Well, she hasn't hit him yet, but she's drawn her sword.
Adrin did hit your buddy.
Yeah,
He's
The thing is,
walking.
with a charm, it would just prevent me from attacking. Would it prevent me from? Would it force me to prevent someone else from taking an action?
You would basically react the same way as if someone was approaching Adrin or Rowan or one of your companions with a sword with the intent to do him harm when he was unconscious.
But she's
Alright.
also your friend, so it'd be like a
Yeah, you wouldn't need to.
one
Yeah,
of us was
Conflicted, man.
attacking each
It-
other.
You're somewhat
So, yeah.
conflicted.
you're very conflicted right now because you definitely are.
All right, you know what I'll do? I will cast aid on the guy in the coffin. That gives him 5 additional hit points.
Oh,
To
okay,
his max. I mean, it's extra hit points for 8 hours.
okay.
Does that revive him then?
Well,
Because Adrin just knocked him out.
Yes, and that would actually revive
would
him.
it though? I don't know if it actually heals you. I think it just increases your maximum, isn't it?
5
Let's see.
temporary hit points.
Each target's
Right.
hit points maximum and current hit points.
Current,
Yep.
and current increased by
Yeah.
5. So
Yes.
yeah, that would. Yes, that would.
So he wakes up to die.
he would
Oh, well.
wake up.
He's
Uh,
been knocked unconscious and rewoken up so
Yep.
many times.
So yeah, so he's been knocked out, woke up, knocked out,
Because
woke up.
that's what I would do if one
Yep.
of you guys.
Okay, so you cast aid on him. He wakes up just in time to receive Esmeralda's rapier right in the stomach.
Stomach, heart.
Actually, oh yeah, that's enough. With actually right under the armor, he's got leather armor on, and she does.
Not enough to kill him.
Yeah, she does enough to kill him. She basically pins him like a bug, and he's like, what? And blood runs out the side of his mouth, and his eyes roll up, and he's dead.
Is he dead, or does 0?
He's an NPC. Yeah, he's dead.
Alright. Yeah, but he's my
Clytus falls
friend.
to his knees.
Not
No.
compared anymore. The charm went away. He's dead.
Well, I would say if you prepared Revivify, Rowan, you could cast it on him.
Don't waste it on this fucker.
Well, so if he dies, the charm goes away, does it not?
Yes, as soon as he dies, the charm effect does go away.
So I'm like, oh my god, oh, he's whatever.
My okay, fuck him.
I'm gonna take my rope back.
Okay, there's a little bit of blood on it, but otherwise it's still intact. She very artfully went between the coils of rope with her rapier.
Good.
So I turned to Clytus and say, so Clytus, you dead.
I'm dead?
Yeah, you got a fucking coffin, dude.
Yeah, well, Hey, you sound I'm gonna buy one now.
Well, you
Does,
know.
does the name magically change on it now?
So they changed to his name?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Look at it. It's right there.
Yeah, I know.
Do we see it? Does the name still say Clytus?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna. So it was engraved on what? On the wood itself, or on like a little?
Yeah,
piece
kind of
metal, or-
lengthwise across the lid. It looks like it was carved in.
Oh,
I'm
well, I'm gonna
searching-
I can take my axe. I'm gonna scratch it so that the word comes out,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take my. Do I have a knife?
I do. I got a short
All right, I borrow a
sword.
knife, and then I'm gonna like sit there and chisel and engrave, and I'm gonna put
Dead guy.
Stink eye!
dumbass the Vistani, and I'm gonna carve that in there,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go.
8 hours.
I'm
We'll
gonna,
go
search, I'm
ahead.
gonna search the body and see if there's like a order form or something. Why
Yeah.
is he here?
He. Yep. He just pretty much has standard gear on him. He doesn't have anything that would indicate why he was doing this. He does have a scimitar, light crossbow, leather armor on him, but that's about it. Esmeralda stands over as you're carving this and nods with approval, and then as you carve the last letter, she says, that should be an A. Singular Vistani is Vistana.
Okay, whatever. Sure. I say thank you, dear, and I make sure it's right.
She
All right.
she gives you a thumbs up.
Okay.
As he finishes the last, he's like blowing the dust off of the last letter. I open the door I'm standing near. Fucking what the hell else is here? I open this door.
Which door? Oh, the door to the north. Okay. All right. Give me a second.
Wait, shouldn't we go check this other room out first that we never looked at?
Well, he's not waiting for you, so.
Yeah, he already flung the door open. It's happening.
With wild abandon. Okay.
What other room? I have no idea. I thought we were in every.
We were
other
gonna
room.
check out the chapel.
And
Didn't
we never
Didn't
we
do
never
that?
inspected it.
Oh.
That room, at the door that you opened.
As you fling open the door, Rowan is yelling, "Hey, what about the chapel?"
Beyond that, it looks like a kitchen that's been plundered. Its tables overturned, floor littered with rusted utensils and smashed crockery, narrow windows flanking a hearth lookout over a cemetery. Open iron pot hangs from a hook inside a blackened fireplace. It rattles on its hook and bobs up and down as though something is inside of it.
And I turned back to Ron and said, "What about the chapel?"
I think we should investigate it.
Okay. I'll stay here and guard against the moving pot.
All right.
Okay. So you guys are going to go into exploration mode. You're going to go back into the chapel? Explore that?
Look over by the altar area.
Okay.
Where I put myself.
Standing near the altar, you can look up and through the stained glass window, this one right here, you can see actually the hollow interior of this tower that's over here.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lower landing is about 60 feet above you, above the chapel floor, and the upper landing is another 20 feet above that.
But no.
Oh, so those
Nothing with
stairs
the-
on the side actually go up, not down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it basically looks like it's some kind of a mausoleum of some sort.
Okay. What about this altar?
The altar itself, it's a plain altar. It looks like at one point it was, like I said, devoted to the Morning Lord. There's nothing else currently on it, though, and it's covered with dust.
Okay. Just kind of walk around it and see if there's any secret compartments or...
No other
Anything
secret
like that?
compartments, no. The only other things in here, there's a balcony that looks like it's 20 feet up, and
Dash lines.
you guess that that might be reachable by those spiral staircases. And the door to the north is barred with a wooden plank, basically.
On the inside?
Yes,
correct?
it looks like you could
Yep.
easily lift that off and
Yeah.
open that
Go
door.
out and that would get me to that other tower, it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go upstairs and take a look at that balcony.
Okay, so you head up the stairs, these spiral staircases. They are lighted from the inside with narrow windows. And they open up to the next level, which I will reveal here in a second. Sorry, I didn't mean to move you, Adrian. I'm trying to cursor up there. Hang on, let me just reveal this a little bit better so you can see what you're dealing with. That room is, well, it's basically the balcony. It's a wooden balcony overhanging the mansion's chapel. An exquisitely carved wooden throne rests at the west end between two doors, and narrow archways lead to spiral staircases going up and down. Hanging from the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons.
I'll go over by the chair, but I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna kind of visually see if I can see anything other than...
It looks like a throne, but there's no secret doors or anything that you can detect.
All right. I'll go back down then on the other side and without going further.
Okay.
So I'll go back into the other room.
Okay, so you give him your report of that area. Adrin, you've while you were guarding that room, nothing happened. Again, the pot just keeps kind of jumping about, but it.
I will walk up to the pot and look in.
It's. Let's see. Does it have a lid? It must.
So-
Yeah, it actually has a lid on it.
So we've been sleeping this whole time. This thing's been going.
No, you've. Oh, it. Yeah, I guess. Well, the door was closed before. Now that it's open,
Sure.
you can kind of hear it. It's not loud. It's not really loud. I mean, it's actually kind of a muted thumping noise, and it's not like it's
So-
clanging around and hitting stone. It's just kind of jumping a little bit on its hook.
Does it sound like I hear claws or anything?
Or a frog or...
It sounds like there might be something small and not necessarily hard bouncing around in there.
I say, stand back. Could be a rabid gerbil. And I fling it open with wild abandon.
Okay. Yep. And out flaps a bat. It wheels around. Doesn't attack you. It circles the room a few times and then tries to escape back through the doorway.
Okay.
Are you going to let it go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It flaps away then into the office, further deeper into the manor.
It's probably Strahd.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah. Keeping an eye
I
on us.
will look behind the curtain here.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. That is easily drawn aside, and if you do that, it reveals another room, circular. Tattered brown drapes cover the windows of this circular room, and a heavy curtain hangs across an archway to the south, which you just moved aside. Strewn about the floor is the wreckage of half a dozen beds and other pieces of furniture. Beyond that, there's nothing of interest in this room besides a door.
Anything on the shelf over here?
No.
Standing?
No,
Okay.
I'm in the interest of brevity, I will generally kind of try and call your attention to something unless it's
Okay.
something that would
So,
require a
While
perception
these guys
check.
are all looking around, I'm gonna talk to Esmeralda and say, "Hey, that Vistana, sorry, you want to do your make sure he doesn't come back routine?"
Oh, good call. Not that it didn't look like he was a vampire, but
No, but that doesn't mean he won't be tomorrow.
well, I have a rapier. You have a much better weapon suited for that.
All right, I do it in the coffin.
Okay. Just chop his head off and do the standard.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I ask everybody, I say, "Hey, can we take 5 minutes out here?" I call everybody back into the room. I said, "Can we take 5 minutes out here? I want to say a few words for dumbass the Vistana. I believe he needs to be memorialized. We did kill him.
Yeah, if anyone wants to come in,
Everybody
sure.
okay with that?
I came back in.
All right. So I'm going to drag the coffin over by the door over here and unbar it. Because there's a graveyard right here. Might as well use it.
There is a cemetery out there, yes.
Looks like there's 3 graves dug too.
And then I'm going to drag it out there. It looks like there might be a few open ones. Huh?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I can quick read you a description of the cemetery. Adrian caught a glimpse of it through the window, but now that you're out here, you can see it a little better. Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery enclosed by a 7-foot-tall fence of wrought iron. In the northeast corner stands a mausoleum. And as you start to head out into the cemetery itself, you suddenly feel like someone or something is watching you. Looking up, you spot a well-dressed man with a thick mane of thistledown hair observing you from a high tower window. He draws the curtain and disappears from view.
I just yell out, "Hey!"
And there's no response. This was one of the towers of the manor itself.
All right, so that's fine. I'm going to drag the coffin down, not gently, so it goes ka-tunk,
Okay.
ka-tunk. And I'm going to... This looks like the closest open grave here.
All right. Actually, if as you're dragging the coffin over to the grave, make a wisdom perception check.
21.
Nice. All right. Well, before you pull the coffin into this grave, you notice that actually the graves don't look like they were dug out. It actually looks like whatever was buried there crawled out.
Crawled out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Still a hole, right?
Yep.
Still a hole, and I cut his head off. So, all right, I'm going to toss the whole coffin in there.
Okay. Yeah. You would need to scrabble a little bit more of the dirt out of the way since it wasn't actually cleanly dug out. It was just kind of collapsed more than anything. But you make enough room for the coffin. You toss the coffin in there, and if you wish, you can bury him again.
Yeah, I cover it up with a few bit of dirt, and then I cross my hands over my heart, and I say, "We are gathered here today to say goodbye to Dumbass the Vistana. He was a idiot, but he was our idiot. I commend him into the hands of Morthammer Duin, the dwarven god of travelers. May you berate him for his stupidity before returning him to his own deity. And may you not come back and trouble us in the afterlife. Thanks a lot. Peace out. See you later." And then I just walk back and bar the door again.
Okay. Yeah. Esmeralda is kind of like listening kind of interestingly, and she walks back with you and she says, you realize that the first thing you said is never going to happen as long as Strahd's alive. And the second thing you said you hoped wouldn't happen is probably going to happen.
Yeah, well, hey, if the Vistana say we killed him, I can say, hey, I gave him a good burial.
And you would be telling the truth much better than he deserved, that's for sure.
All right, now we can go explore the rest of the dungeon.
Otherwise, the rest of you guys, I don't know if you went out and did that. If not, you're back in the room.
I open this door.
Okay, so you go up. Are you guys going to be all split up, or are you moving together? Or
No, I'm back over there. You want us to control Esmeralda?
Yeah, I was going to say if one of you guys could handle.
So she's fully healed now, right?
Yeah, actually, she would get
We all are, yeah.
Yep.
We all are, huh?
Yep, and I believe her max is 82. So I can
I
do
have
it.
control of her sheet, right, or no?
Yeah, you should.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and she would actually no longer have the dying thingy. Okay, so you guys bunch up there, and Adrin is going to open that doorway, and that reveals a hallway leading west. There's actually a set of staircases in that hallway going down to a lower level, which actually looks like it's an exit to the manor that's an iron gate.
All right. Well,
There's a door right here.
Sure.
There's a door at the other end of the hallway too.
Oh, let's do that one. Right there.
And yeah, the gate is chained shut. It's closing off a 10-foot hall archway, but otherwise, it's padlocked, but you don't see anything else really of interest there. It looks like it won't be openable except unless something was really strong, could maybe break its way through. The door itself on the west wall, that opens up into another parlor of sorts. Furnishings covered with dust and cobwebs, laying in disarray. Damaged brass chandelier hanging from the ceiling, which is covered by a faded mural that depicts metallic dragons and colorful birds flying beneath white clouds. Otherwise, there's nothing of value in this room either.
Awesome.
So,
Is there another curtain there or something?
yeah, there is actually a door, set of double doors there.
There we go. Sweet.
Open it.
Okay, that room is... this wood-paneled den has been ransacked, its furnishings tossed about. A cold, dark hearth dominates the west wall between two narrow windows. Standing upright against the north wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into its lid. And... Dun, 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 dun. As you are looking into the room, a fire suddenly erupts in the dead hearth and assumes a draconic form. It hisses, crackles, and unfurls its smoky wings. And you guys should roll initiative.
Ah! Again! What the hell? Alright. This isn't fair. D20.
You wanna go get more ice?
Yeah, I better. No. Look, I got enough ice. I think I need to put some alcohol in there, though. Paul didn't do his beer report.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I wasn't drinking anything exciting today, so there was no news.
I have a beer report then. I did drink a Leinenkugel's grapefruit shandy after one of my state fair gigs, and it was really refreshing after playing drums for 4 hours, let me tell you.
Shandy's always good.
So there we go.
Okay, so it looks like, Adrian, you would be able to make the first, do the first
You
action.
didn't put Esmeralda in there yet.
Oh, yes.
But she rolled a 5, it looks like.
The hell is she? Oh, there she is.
Oh, I rolled it. You see it? It's 5. I rolled a massive 5.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm going to assume that whatever it is wants to eat us. And, does it look like a dragon, or...
Yeah, it's not actually red, but it's kind of smoke-like. It looks like a little miniature smoking dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
'Cause that's what I do. I walk
Punch
up,
this
I punch shit. 17 and a 21.
Both hit.
Magical bludgeoning.
Okay. As you punch it, it explodes
Oh,
and fills the entire room with fire, setting fire to everything.
wow.
I guess it says every creature in the room, so I guess it's actually at the moment just Adrin.
Right.
Make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. Oh, nice. So you would take half of this.
Takes nothing, doesn't
I
it?
take nothing, I got evasion.
Okay, so you would take half of nothing. All right, so you managed to dodge out of the way of all the burning fire and debris and everything. The room is, though, on fire now.
Well, fuck. I think the whole thing is the whole place gonna burn down.
Well, it's a stone building, so... but everything in the room, if there was anything of value in it, is going to be consumed quite quickly.
I leave the room.
Okay.
I
So
don't know what else to do. I can do nothing.
do whatever you want to. So leaving the room would definitely get you out of harm's way. And although again, I think you would be able to dodge most of the flames and fire, but it is filling with smoke. So if you want to close the door, yes, that will block the smoke from your area. So you guys This all took place in the space of like 6 seconds. So he jumps into the room, punches this thing, there's a kaboom, and he goes like, oh shit, and runs back into the room and slams the door.
Nice.
I cough and I say, don't go in there.
Who farted? Yes, so that took care of that.
All right.
Yeah, maybe go around and
Sure.
check out this door from the kitchen.
Okay.
Yep.
Party makes its way over. And... Yep, that room, or that door, excuse me, opens to reveal what looks like
Ooh.
5 barrels lie in wooden braces along the walls of this dark, moldy storage room.
Ish. Mold.
Might they be beer?
If you want to examine them more
I'm
closely.
gonna examine them.
Okay.
I doubt it.
It's gonna get attacked by that killer mold again.
You're not attacked by... Oh, there's none of that freezing mold that the Mardikovs use at the winery. But the emblazoned on the barrel sides are the name of the Wizards of Wine's winery. So,
Nice.
and actually, it's emblazoned with the name Champagne du Lestamp.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try to move it and see if it feels full or.
Is
Did they
there a
tell us
spigot
about
on
this
it?
brand?
I'm sorry?
Did they say something about this brand?
It was the rare one.
It was the one that they haven't been able to make for a long time.
They need
Huh.
all 3 of those stones to
Yep.
make that.
They
right?
needed all 3 of the
Only
gems.
we had a cart outside that we could put these on.
I tried to move it. Is it full?
Yes, I was getting to that.
Wait, Clytus.
Yeah. Well, hey, thinking ahead, thinking of drinking.
Make a perception check, Jugs.
I have no idea.
As far as you can tell, the barrels are empty.
Is there a spigot?
They have no. They actually don't have spigots. They're normally you'd actually like kind of put them in there, but
They're
it looks like
capped.
yes, they're capped. But however long ago these, they're very dusty, and obviously they've been here long enough for whatever was in there to likely evaporate. Is anyone else actually even examining this, or are you guys all staying? And
Yeah, no, I'll
you're kind of all
examine it.
scattered all over the place on the map, so I don't know where.
I would help it examine it. I
Yeah.
want to see,
Yeah, I guess we would want to examine all of them. So yeah, if someone
Yeah.
wants to help me.
Okay, and would Esmeralda be in there too?
Sure, we're all together.
Okay. Yeah, it's sometimes important to know
Well,
where
actually,
you guys are
know what?
standing.
She
She's
can
still
like
up
wait
in that other room.
outside. I just moved her. She can hang out here.
Where? Oh, okay. Okay,
Like,
so
keep watch while we're doing this.
all right.
No, I'm gonna stay outside too and keep watching the door.
Okay. So in that case, Rowan, can you make a perception check?
I can't.
Okay. That is enough to reveal crouched down in the corner. There's a guy.
Oh,
Looks like he was hiding there. He appears to be humanoid. In fact, he's got dark skin, and you distinctly elven features. In fact, you recognize not him specifically, but he
Right.
looks like a dusk elf, one of the elves that you had seen at the Vistani camp east of Vallaki, west of Vallaki, excuse me.
okay.
Howdy.
And
Hey.
he kind of looks like he's been observing you and was deliberately kind of avoiding the
Trying to
group.
avoid detection.
Right, or at least not. Yeah, trying to avoid being spotted. And he sees you, and he's like,
Uh,
"Hello."
Can I get right in front of him, man?
Sure.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
He says, "I mean you no harm. My name is Savid."
And my second question, what are you doing here?
I was searching the woods for a missing Vistani girl, and I was attacked by a mob of needle blights, and I had to take refuge here in this mansion.
That,
Which
that was a long time ago.
Not that long ago.
No?
It's only been days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's been hiding out that long. It's been
Right.
several days.
You can see that he actually has wounds.
Wounds from the needle blights.
It looks like they'd like
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Consistent. You fought needle blights and you've
Right,
seen
yeah.
what kind of damage they could do, so that actually does kind of corroborate part of his story.
Okay. So are you unable to heal yourself?
He says, "I have no powers of healing. Do you?"
Yes, I do.
I would be very grateful if you'd be gracious enough to heal my wounds.
I can do that. Maybe after a few more questions.
Certainly, I don't
So-
wish to arouse. I can tell. Obviously, you were not expecting to find me here, and I wasn't expecting to see you here actually either. But
and you did not attack us, so I feel good about that. Because I had my back turned towards you, and you could have. So
yeah, you do see he's got a sheathed short sword and a longbow. Actually, the longbow is actually kind of against the wall behind him. But
so what is your affiliation with the Vistani?
my affiliation is no different than any of the other Dusk Elves.
Which is?
I'm trying to remember what you guys had learned about the Dusk. You only briefly saw them, and you never
Yeah.
really talked to them.
Right. Do they work for them, or?
Well,
So I ask him that, and I'm like, do you work for them, or are you like servants, or?
no. Well, the Vistani are wards of the Dusk Elves. Are you?
They protect you?
That's one way of saying it. Yes.
Are you like a house elf?
He kind of looks around at the rest of you guys, and he's catching on that you aren't from this area just based on
Right.
your accents and everything, and so he's starting to say, so you are travelers from afar. You know, the old,
Yes.
someone reacting to you guys as being outside of Barovia for the first time.
We were all brought here, and we haven't figured out we think we know why to oppose Strahd, but yes, we're all from different lands.
So yeah, he then goes. He understands now why you wouldn't understand who a Dusk Elf is. So he explains further that the Dusk Elves, they were a race of elves that lived in Barovia, and their leader, Casimir's, his sister was afflicted with vampirism. Strahd actually bit her and turned her into a vampire. But before she could fully succumb to it, Casimir and a bunch of the other Dusk Elves killed her before she could be fully converted into a vampire. And in punishment for that, Strahd actually, one, cut the ears off of Casimir, and two, essentially cursed the Dusk Elves to remain forever in Barovia, never to leave, and he actually killed all of the women and the children. So there are only male Dusk Elves left now. So they can't reproduce, and they can't leave. And basically, they were condemned to live under the watchful eye of the Vistani and essentially do what they're told.
Okay.
For that, Strahd let them live. Let being like he did him a great big favor.
I give him 11 hit points.
He thanks you very profusely, and it looks like he's in much better health now. He says, so what are you doing here in Argynvostholt?
I don't know.
we're exploring. One of the fortune tellers told us that we could perhaps find something of value to aid in our quest of the opposition of Strahd. So that's why we're here.
Well, it's not outside the realm of possibility. What do you know of this place?
Not
Not a
damn
lot.
No.
It has less giant spiders and revenants than it had before.
Ah, well, that's always a good thing. Well, this place used to be, believe it or not, a center of forces of good. Argynvostholt, he was actually a silver dragon who liked to assume human form. This was his home, and in human guise, he would lead a group of knights called the Order of the Silver Dragon. They gave shelter to refugees who had come from the valley to escape Strahd's army. Strahd's soldiers eventually slew the dragon and destroyed the Order and sacked this place. Generally, the Vistani and the Dusk Elves, for that matter, avoid coming here, we believe that the dragon's ghost haunts it. But as I said, I had very little choice, and unless I took refuge here, the blights surely would have torn me apart eventually.
And just so you know, I was the one that found the girl, and she was returned to the encampment.
The girl? You mean Arabelle?
Yes.
Are you the ones? You could see him kind of doing mental arithmetic in his head and kind of putting two and two together, and very interesting.
So had she gone missing a second time?
No, I wasn't aware that it's been a while since I've been able to return to the to my kin. But before we left, our leader Casimir had said that he was interested when you had stopped in the camp before. If you are who I think you are, he had said that there was a band of adventurers from another land who he would be interested in speaking with. He said he had some business that he would possibly need to enlist your help in, something to do with the old abandoned Amber Temple near Gakis Mountain.
Okay.
But
Well,
if you are the ones he was seeking, I can relay that message to him if you would be interested.
more than likely that would be us.
Yep.
Tell him to come meet us here.
At Argynvostholt?
Yeah, we'll probably be here a while.
Okay.
Also, if you're surrounded by Vistani, they don't like us right now. So,
Oh, have you gotten on their bad sides?
You'd say that.
Well, that's unfortunate, but sometimes unavoidable, I would say. Although it looks to me like you're traveling with one, and here he kind of looks over the barrel and sees Esmeralda standing kind of at the door, and she kind of waves. He kind of just doesn't say anything to her.
I said, was there anything we can do to help you or protect you or?
Oh no! You by healing me, I am in your debt. Indeed, if there's anything I can do for you, I do intend to return back to my camp, but I will inform Casimir that you are here and that you may be interested in meeting up with him.
I would try to keep it between you and him,
yes.
and not let everyone know where we are, please.
That will indeed be done. In fact, I don't believe Casimir would wish anyone, including maybe especially the Vistani, to know what his plans are.
Because more than likely, if we succeed in what we need to do, I think you guys would be free to leave this realm once again.
If what you intend to do is to take care of Strahd, eliminate him, that is the only way we would ever be able to leave this cursed place.
Then we
Yeah,
are
an
aligned.
old college try.
Well, I will wish you luck, and while I could never take on Strahd myself, if there's some other way that I can help out, I'd be more than happy to assist you.
There's strength in numbers, my friend. None of us could take him on by ourselves. But the more people we get aligned on the same goal, the energy can swiftly change.
Let us hope so. So, well, in any case, if there's nothing else, I do not wish to delay you any further from your explorations, and I should be returning now, especially if, as you say, Arabelle has been returned. There's no need for me to be out here, and obviously this place isn't the friendliest to hang around in.
Right. You're free to go.
Well, thank you again for your compassion in healing me, and I will, again, make sure Casimir knows, and I do not know how soon he would be able to make it out here, given that he is the leader of the Dusk Elves, but I will let him know that you're seeking him and that you were last seen here.
Yeah. I'm sure there will be trails of breadcrumbs to follow us along.
Just follow the trail of bodies.
Right.
Okay, well, with that he then departs and heads out the front door of the manor and leaves.
All right. We met somebody and didn't kill him.
Yay!
Yeah, let's not let this become a habit.
Right. Right.
Well,
From the
That went
paladin.
well.
hey. I would like to rescue those people.
So, other than that, the room is pretty much empty.
Well, we haven't checked out up these stairs.
Oh, actually, what was your perception roll? Rowan, as he gets up, you actually, with that perception roll, also notice that there is actually a secret door behind him. But you already have been in the room that it led to.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you want
He
to
opens up the door, a little smoke billows in, and he
Yeah, it
closes
does
it right away.
Is the fire done or?
You don't know from there's a wall there between them.
I mean, can I listen and see if I hear crackling and whatnot?
It's a stone wall, so you don't really hear too much. You put your hand on it, and it's a little bit warm, but hard to say. Warmer than cold stone would be.
Okay.
Cold stone ice cream.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, was any of this champagne recoverable?
No. In fact, it's pretty much checking the rest of the bottle or the barrels. It looks like whatever wine was in there turned to vinegar and evaporated a long time ago.
Okay. All right. Should we
Well
go
done.
upstairs?
Yeah.
Let's go, gentlemen.
To the front foyer, up the stairs, which lead to actually the next level up. Let me go ahead and move to the map and switch the ultimate uber cumbersome reveal controls. All right. So you go up, and actually, I'll just reveal this too because it's not a big secret. So, reaching that level, you've basically got another set of stairs going up and then a pair of hallways. Balconies, actually, not more than hallways. That's a railing overlooking the foyer below. What the hell is that? A baluster. A baluster. Balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor support their elegantly carved stone railings. Weapons and shields festoon the walls along each of these walkways, while alabaster busts, again with the busts, of handsome men flank hallways that lead north and south away from the foyer. At the west end of each balcony is an archway that leads to a spiral staircase going up. And Adrin, if you move to that location, you see a hallway leading north.
Just because I've always wanted to do it, I hop on this railing and slide down.
Okay. Make a dex check.
He's gonna hurt himself.
I don't know, see what my dex is. Probably terrible. It is. Roll.
You fall. You fall off the balcony as soon as you start sliding. It apparently was much slippier than you thought it would be. You drop 20 feet to the stone floor below, and you only take you take 3 hit points of damage.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
And the rest of you collapse. Yeah, exactly.
Stairs laughing.
The rest of everyone, Esmeralda too, just she kind of collapses against the stairs in laughter. Adrin's like completely disowning this whole thing and wandering off to the north.
I didn't know he was going to do that. I was
Nope.
gonna walk in the hallway.
I trudge up the stairs.
Where's
Slowly.
Clytus? Where is Clytus in all this?
I don't know. Probably
He's still
making
at the
out
bottom
with
of the
I
sniffing
was-
Esmeralda's ass, maybe.
Jeez, you guys. Well, I was trudging up the rear, so
Okay. Yeah, so you actually saw it from the bottom. You just saw him start to go down and you just started shaking your head and boom! He landed right in front of you, essentially. And you just kind of stood over him.
That was the perfect roll you could have had.
That was perfect.
I don't know why this is like. That's the third one I've had today.
Well, better this than a critical failure in
Alright.
fighting a beast, maybe.
I think I need to log out and log back in. That's what I'm.
In any case, Adrin, do you start walking down that hallway to the north?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see an open, ajar door, I should say, to the east and a T intersection to the north.
Listening in the door.
You hear nothing. Well, let's see. Yeah, you hear nothing in there.
Open the door.
Well, actually, I take that back. You hear a soft hissing noise.
It's a dragon.
Peek in the door.
Okay, you eek it open. You reveal a room. 2 beds with torn canopies stand against opposite walls with a tattered rug lying on the floor between them. Set into the far wall is a fireplace black with soot, from which the heart of which the hiss seems to be emitting.
Okay. Stand back. It's probably going to explode. I'm going to walk up to it.
Okay. Yep, as soon as you get within 10 feet of it, a small hissing dragon made of ash and smoke erupts from the fireplace, filling the room with soot as it beats its wings.
Don't hit it.
Oh, I want to hit it.
You know he's gonna hit it.
Is it initiative or kind of fun?
It's just gonna blow up again.
Uh-huh.
If you wish to, yes, give me a second here.
Let's inspect the room first.
Oh, okay. Actually, I had the wrong token before. Here it is.
It's not as fun, dude.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Wrong layer. Give me a second. There we go.
It's a different color?
Yeah, well, I had the wrong one before, actually.
Oh.
So, if you wish to attack... Actually, let me...
Alright, yeah.
go ahead and...
I'll need initiative, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. Everybody can. Because you'll kind of hear the sound of something.
1 again. 2! Alright. My luck is changing, fellas.
Did Esmeralda go? Tim, did you roll for Esmeralda?
Clytus.
I don't think he can hear us.
Oh, yeah, your signal's really low. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Oh.
Can see you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I wonder if he can't hear us.
Huh.
Can you hear us, Tim? Nope, apparently not. Oh, you can. Okay.
Oh, yes, you can.
It's just very delayed. Was that initiative for you? Ah, excellent. Thank you.
That one's for Esmeralda and him. Yep.
Okay, so is that everyone? We'll go ahead and sort. All right. I'm actually going to go to Adrin first, since he's kind of the trigger to this whole thing. So.
Fine. We'll set fire to the freaking place. I will. I'm assuming it's dim light, right? I'm in.
Well, there are two windows, so it's moderately muted.
Can I use my?
I would say the windows. It's still daytime outside, not daylight per se, but daytime. So it's with the windows would really prevent you from effectively using it.
So am I close enough that he would get an attack of opportunity if I?
I would say that you would actually be 10 feet away when this thing appeared. So.
Okay, fine. I'll move right there.
Okay, so you move out of the way. Okay. It goes next then, and what is its movement rate?
There we go.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, it actually dashes out to here and then starts to fly past you. It would give you an opportunity attack if you wish to hit it, but it looks like it's trying to avoid you.
And I'm going to let it go because I don't want it to explode and have everybody set on fire.
Okay. Esmeralda, were you going to do anything? You can type into the chat. Oh. Oh, Esmeralda's going to cast Mirror Image on herself? Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's actually not her turn, but she will do that.
On her turn.
Yeah. I was more thinking in terms of a reaction. Is anyone going to try and take a swing at this thing as it passes? No, we can't hear you,
No.
Tim.
No.
Nope.
Would anyone be taking a swing at this thing as it flies past?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if you're responding no to him, that he can't hear you or not. Okay.
Oh.
If no one's going to try and take a swing at it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It actually would be flying and get to there with a dash. And that's where it would end its turn. Clytus, you said you were just going to wait. Are you going to do anything now that it's your turn? No, it flew past everyone, but didn't appear to attack anyone. It looks like it's making towards the spiral staircase. Okay. Rowan?
Just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Jugs?
I'm going to look around this corner.
Okay. Around that corner, get my polygon tool out and have a lot of fun doing this. Give me a second here.
Peek.
Will you reveal it? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, something else just opened up or something. It's weird.
Okay, I don't know why my polygon reveal didn't work. Give me a second. I gotta try this again. There we go. Stupid thing. Okay, so you see down that hallway, red velvet curtain hanging in front of an alcove in the northeast corner, and a couple doors, one along the diagonal wall and one to the east. And the hallway
That's
continues south.
So I don't see anything, so I'm just going to turn around and keep watching the dragon.
Okay. Esmeralda will just take a couple steps down here and watch. So back to you, Edrin.
I will just observe.
Okay. So the dragon continues to the staircase and flies up it. And out of sight.
Okay. We want to follow it? I asked that to the group. Or ignore it.
Mm.
It has
Might
about
be-
the same movement rate that you guys do, about 30 feet, so it doesn't seem to...
Might be going to alert something.
Alright. I will haul ass behind it, I guess.
Okay. You rush to the spiral staircase and goes up, which I believe leads to another map altogether. So let me select everyone here. And actually let me select the dragon too. And I'm just going to copy you to another map.
Would this be a good time to stop?
Yeah, I would say this actually probably would be a good time to stop. So we'll pick up next time with you guys pursuing this dragon up the staircase and leading to the next level.
Sweet.
So next,
All right.
actually, next session is next week already on Thursday, I believe.
Okay.
So
Good.
if everyone can make that normal time.
Yeah.
Tim, your campaign is on Wednesday, if I recall correctly. Okay. I may be late. I may not be able to make it until later that session. I have to pick my wife up from the airport at about 5:30, so it may be closer to 6:37 before I could make it, if that's cool.
That's if you can drive by then after my wedding.
Yeah, no kidding. Assuming that is, I'm fully recovered. Okay. Yep. Sounds like a good deal.
Alright.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Good one.
Bye.